Filming the live stream video was again a real challenge for us. There's this story about this old man who died in the beginning of the video. And the video has lots of symbolism in it, and basically the whole name, Lifestream, means life, stream of life. And the stream, or the water, river or ocean, is a metaphor for life itself. So in the beginning, this old man casts himself into the water, which means he basically dies. And then, when he's in the water, he reflects all the big events from his past, from his life, like childhood memories and falling in love, and these nice, happy memories, and as well these more sad ones, like all kind of obstacles, fights, deaths, which are part of life. And then in the end, as a contrast for dying, we have birth of young girl. So with old man dies and a young girl comes to life. And when she is rising from the water in the end, that is a metaphor for being born.
So I'm Arash Samander. I don't know what I was called in the video, in Samuli's video, maybe the cinematographer, but basically I was the guy behind the camera. And also we had prepared in advance talking about the story, which I found very interesting. And when Samuli had approached me, I got really excited about the storyline, and then I kind of proposed some additional things just to make it more difficult. But I thought it was really important that we try to explore as many things like gender roles and things like this, kind of pushing back at society and the man and things like that. So hopefully some of that comes across. If not, that's okay. But yeah, there were many different scenes. This was actually a lot more difficult to pull off than the previous video. There was we had to kind of incorporate different seasons. So we had to wait for those seasons because we don't have the budget to create all of the special effects for all the different seasons. So it took like about a year and a half at least, if I remember correctly. But and then planning around those and the weather. So waiting for the perfect storm to happen so that we could film in a storm. And so we kind of the video, if I remember, the main segments were broken into 4 parts: a fire segment, or 3 segments, or 4 that I remember we had to do. And there was we had to go and film with a huge fire. Which was insane, and because the environment that we were in, there was a lot of rocks behind us, and then there was a huge wall of fire. It was super hot, and just the way I had to film, and the limitations on the equipment that we had to get pretty close. So there were times where we would quickly press record. Someone would run in front of the fire, get into position, and and play for like 30 seconds until he just literally almost caught fire. And
okay.
No, it's not. Oh.
Yeah, we're gonna go from the other side now.
Then he would run out of the fire, and then it was even so hot. I remember my forearms were burning. And actually, if I remember correctly, he showed me the back of his guitar after that shoot, or long after, and it was melted in one place, and that was insane.
As well, my inner thigh, I got this inner burn damages into my tissue. But anyway, you gotta suffer for art.
Yeah.
We just put it on fire and then I go closer.
Yeah, cool. Just run for your fucking life.
Oh, it's getting warm. Fuck yes.
Now go stand inside of it.
Oh fuck, it's getting hot.
Then there was a scene of shooting when the girl was coming out of the water. I don't remember the order, but there was a scene of her kind of transitioning. There's a transition part and she's coming out of the water, so we're kind of filming in the water and trying to get everything to work, and filming with kids is already a difficult thing, so hopefully a lot of that came across well. I thought that was really challenging. And then also, and actually I don't know if it came across in the film, but it's actually two girls, two sisters, so I don't know what made the final cut exactly, how much is in there, but it was really great, and it was great to have the parents there. I mean, we had to, but also that the father was experienced, swimmer, lifeguard, this type of.
Alrighty, we're here at the Meriturva Sea Rescue Center in Lohja, Helsinki. No, Lohja, Finland. And we're about to do the underwater shootings for my music video, Lifestream. And this is at least the exciting thing to do. I need to dive there under the water with my guitar. It's 4 meters deep, so let's see if I'm still alive after this.
So the water was again kind of cold in there, and basically in the end I need to spend about 2 hours in the water, so I got a little hypothermic during the sessions, and we had little problems to the tank was like 4 meters deep, so it's pretty difficult for you if you're wearing clothes to dive into the bottom of the pool and stand there. If you have your lungs full of air, the air will lift you up. So that was the first problem. I needed to dive there and basically blow all my air out to be able to stand in the bottom of the pool. So I didn't have too much time. I was basically all without oxygen in the bottom of the pool, and it was cold again. The second problem was that the guitar was floating. For some reason, I didn't expect that to happen. So we needed to tape up some lifts in the bottom of the back of the guitar to keep it down. Actually, the guitar floats that much that when I was holding it, it also lifted me up with it. So we taped some weights in the back of the guitar, so that helped me also to stay in the bottom of the pool.
Oh, I know. That's deep.
Are you ready? Are you filming? Yep, so I'm Björn Lindholm. I work with the underwater scene in this video. Also worked on the previous music video. There I mostly was there to help kind of get a second shot, because
much better.
actually diving underwater and keeping underwater is really difficult, and you actually can go into hypothermia even if the pool is like a professional pool and slightly heated. So we just wanted to make sure that we get all the shots that we need, so that somebody can maybe go down 5 times and that's all the shots we get. And also just figuring out what kind of lighting. Underwater actually light doesn't go that far, So you actually need quite a lot of lighting to even show anything. So those were the really interesting challenges with that shoot.
Another water or ocean scene where we needed to do it during autumn time, where we have these autumn storms in Finland. So we already had scenes during summer, the fire scene and the little girl scene, and now we needed to wait until autumn and have this perfect weather for that. So we were watching the weather broadcasts, and finally we got this huge storm with heavy rain. So I needed to go into the water, of course, wearing my clothes and guitar. And my guitar for that was kind of already broken, crappy guitar, which didn't work. So I was able to sacrifice it for the sake of art.
And then also we did other shot where I helped with in the darkness. It was raining, cold. We were all running and getting really wet in I think it was in the Lauttasaari beach, right? And they're just trying to get the shots of Samuli in the water playing. Let's hope it turned out well. It was really dark, and we were like standing in rain with lights and like trying to get like a couple of seconds of video. Like all these shots are just a couple of seconds, just getting them, but they're really crucial. So they're really tricky to shoot.
Right. And then the last scene, if I remember, was during winter. We had to wait for an actual snow, and then that was really difficult as well, getting the right cuts, and then working with the actor who was an older man that he pretty much had to be like have a lot of his clothes off, so he was in the cold, walking in the snow barefoot, not having his shirt on. So when you're working in those environments as well, you have to like be able to quickly find shots, take the shots, make sure they're good enough, and also keep in mind the actor's health. So so definitely it was an amazing experience, and I was really pushed and challenged here, and again we had to change a lot of things right on the fly based off the situation. So hopefully it turns out close to what we had envisioned or better. So I hope you enjoy the film.
Okay. Cool. And the whole reason for me to do this crazy stunts and other stuff is that I want it to be real. Basically, I didn't want to stand in front of a green screen and do all the difficult digital effects and kind of fake it, which also can be cool. But I wanted to have real fire, real flames, real burning, real water, and so to make it as realistic as possible. And I believe that the end result is fantastic. It's our best work to date, and I hope you like it.